This is becoming a habit.
Well, I figured after the Thanksgiving ordeal, an ambush was my only chance of seeing you again.
That wasn't an ordeal. I got a free meal and a floor show.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, I guess.
Well, it wouldn't be the holidays unless I was surrounded by some sort of dysfunction. I mean, at least the courtiers were entertaining. And my family, we can't get through a gathering without a full-on brawl.
Well, there's still Christmas.
So are you here to apologize, or are you here to spring something else on me? High tea with your brother, the prince, perhaps?
No, I'm actually here on business. I was hoping you could help me out with something.
Oh, sure. What can I do to help?
I need you to tell me everything you remember the Balkan's men say when they were holding you.
I can't say I'm the most reliable witness. I mean, other than having my ear out for things like, I'll get rid of the girl or dump the body. I was really only half listening to the conversation. My focus was on freeing my hands before they gave the order to finish me off.
Yeah. I think about how close you came to dying. How many hours you spent in fear because of me.
Sweet of you to want to take the blame. But I would have never have come to the Balkan's attention if I hadn't followed you into that alley like I did. And you warned me to stay put, or I'd blow your cover, but I was too hard-headed to listen.
I know, but I could have put you on a plane to anywhere in the world, Siobhan. I mean, I could have put you on a flight to Moscow or Shanghai or Rio. Someplace crowded where you could lay low for a while until you were off the Balkans' radar. But I brought you here because I wanted to keep you safe, and it's a hell of a job I'm doing.
But I'm still alive, aren't I? Look, if what I went through provides a decent clue, it makes it all worthwhile. I wish I had more for you to go on than the name Jack.
Well, we'll start there.
Hey, Dante's on his way. Jason and Spinelli should be here soon, too.
Thanks for letting us use the office.
Oh, come on. It's not like you could all sit down together at the PCPD and go over a bunch of phone records of dead guys without drawing attention to yourselves. Besides, Spinelli has some of the best computer equipment here. So if you need any information, I'm sure you're going to find it. Do you have any leads?
I went over the phone call again with Siobhan, and she doesn't remember hearing the Balkans men say anything other than the name Jack.
Well, she may need more time. When you're in an intense situation like that, sometimes you're so focused on the fear, it takes a while for things to come back.
Hearing Siobhan relive it, the way they kept her tied to a chair for hours, threatening her, just made me angry all over again, you know? I just hate the fact that she had to go through that. What?
What? What? It's just been a while since I've seen you like this.
Mad?
No, not mad. Like, invested in someone. It's just good to see that you didn't let everything that happened with Elizabeth stop you from opening up and letting people in.
Siobhan didn't give me much choice. I mean, the situation was so intense and everything just happened. And now I don't want it to end.
Oh, and best of all, she has no connection to poor Charles. Which is good. It's like a fresh start, nothing dragging you down. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Hey.
Okay. Hey.
Hey.
Where's Spinelli?
He's at home in case Brenda needs him.
Why would
Please don't ask.
Because Spinelli is madly in love with Brenda and he'll do anything for her. He's falling all over himself and buying scented candles and going shopping for
Oh, yeah, that's great.
weird
That's going to keep her
foods.
alive.
Yeah.
Look, we need to make sure the Balkan doesn't come after her again. Is there any way we can pull up the phone records?
Well, I'm logged in already, but I don't know. I only know how to do my case files. I don't know.
Mind if I give it a try?
Yeah, go
Pretty
ahead.
good looking.
You know what, I'll just call Spinelli, get him down here. He needs to work anyway.
You know what? I'm already logged in. Spinelli's been thorough, as usual. He logged the contents of every call, but there are no calls to anyone with the name John or Jack.
All right, forget the name. Try location. Look for street names, addresses to see. You know, these guys had to know where the Balkan was hiding out.
We'll call him Jackal P.I. Yeah, of course. I'll let you know when I find out. Okay. All right, bye. All right, guys, I have to go. Hold on. I'm calling Jackal P.I. Let me check. No, I'm booked for the rest of the afternoon. Maybe I can pencil you in for tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's good. Okay, I'll see you then. Thanks.
A little tough doing business when your partner's not out here all the time?
Well, I actually like working by myself, but don't say anything to him. Right? Okay, let's go.
Okay, we need to go at this another way. Can you do a search on the name Janacek, Janacek?
Is that a wild guess, or do you know something I
A
can...
guy named Alexander Janacek's body was dragged from a swamp in Jersey 6 months ago. He's the Balkan's son. Now, the name's probably an alias, but it could lead to something else.
Oh, the Balkan had a son? Why am I just hearing about this now?
Can you just do this search for me, Lucky, please?
I'm not doing anything. You tell me what else you're holding back.
Yeah, look, Jason's not withholding anything. I was there. I'm the one who covered it up. I drove out to Jersey. I dumped the body in the swamp. They recovered it 6 months ago.
If Brenda shot this guy in self-defense, why the cover-up?
Well, because if I filed a report, the Balkan would find out that Brenda killed his son. She'd be a target. He'd come after her just like he is now.
At least you gave Brenda 3 years apiece.
Well, if you can call it that, she was safe, but she still had to live with the fact that she killed somebody.
Yeah, if she hadn't have shot Alexander, you'd be dead. You both did what you had to do.
Well, the department, I don't think is going to see it that way.
Well, screw the department. You were assigned to protect Brenda, and that's what you did.
Yeah, I broke a hell of a lot of boundaries in the process.
Well, Mac won't be hearing about it from me.
It's actually Carly I'm more worried about. She thinks we're hiding something, an affair. She keeps digging, she's going to find the truth.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to keep Carly quiet. Can you do something about that?
I'm trying, but right now the bigger threat is the Balkan.
Okay, look, the Balkan started coming after Brenda after his son's body was found. So prior to that, it doesn't sound like he knew that he was dead, or much less how it even happened.
So what put the Balkan on Brenda's trail then?
Brenda was involved with Alexander at the time he disappeared. Now, the Balkan may not think that Brenda was the one who killed his son, but he's counting on the fact that she knows who did. Why don't you start with the coroner's office, see if anyone came forward to ID the body.
If that doesn't pan out, we can follow the money. Brenda said the guy was loaded, threw stacks of cash around everywhere, so that money's got to come from somewhere. I'm guessing it was his father.
Yeah, and we have to figure out where Alexander lived in Europe, maybe track down an address, start talking to some people.
Well, according to the morgue records, nobody came by to claim the body. I'm looking to see if the police recovered any personal effects.
Well, I recovered his wallet, and I burned it after I dumped the body.
Is there anything inside?
Nothing. Cash.
You know, maybe Jack isn't a dead end after all.
I went through every file on the Balkan. There's no one that came up by the name of Jack.
What if it's not a first name?